step in the ring. Yeah. Kombat King on the Kombat team. Boy, don't talk like you're on that team. Yeah. Step in the ring. Step in the ring with Lanks, Greeny, Rims, Brags. Kombat Kings putting facts on the map. Real conversations mixed with the bags. And man can't tell me about facts. Sweet man's leg, now his head's on the mat. And what you mean by gold, my guy, you fell off. I'm undefeated like Nurmagomedov for John Jones. Kick man's head till the reference the bell off. Paddy like Paddy, if I ain't got a belt then you know I ain't happy. Nah, man. Kombat Kings, everybody here's family. Guillotine man's for my bros, I ain't ramping. Kombat Kings, that's the anthem.
Yo, what's going on, people? We are back in the cave to give you another week of raw combat sport punditry.
Tell 'em Rims.
Combat sports.
What?
Voices of the streets.
You know. Sound the big thing. One more time. One more time. One more time. It was a great night. Oh, yeah. Crazy night of fighting. Crazy. Yeah. Let it go. Just gunshots. You get me?
Hey, 317 was mad, you know. 317.
Mad card.
Well, welcome, people. You know, we're back in the cave, like Rim said. UFC 317. We hope you enjoyed it just like the way we enjoyed it. It was a great card indeed. Guys, I know you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a great card. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Pull up, guys, pull up. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. We would appreciate it. Right, let's get into this card. UFC 317, 317, however you want to say it. Las Vegas, the heart and home of fighting. We have a new lightweight champion of the world, Ilia El Matador Topuria.
Damn.
I can't even say the other guy's name right about now. It's unfortunate because that other guy, he needs this.
He needs some coconut. He needs some milk. That's what that boy needs. That boy needs some milk.
I ain't disrespecting it. Can't never disrespect it. I'm talking. He was fighting the one and only Charles Oliveira. Mm-hmm. Guys, let's get into this one, man. Let's get into this one.
Oh, mad.
Is there a lot to? There's not really a lot to talk about, as in fighting wise, because the fight didn't last long.
Yeah.
But that's because a man said he wasn't going to make it last long, and he stood on that word. That's pretty impressive to do. First and foremost, let me just start by saying this. I think I just want to say he is possibly on the greatest knockout run ever.
Oh, it's up there for sure.
And if he can, and it's not finished yet, so we don't know. It's not finished yet. With the run that he's on, with the way he's knocking people, when you look at the go ahead,
knockout run. He's
Go
on
ahead.
the best championship run.
I didn't want to go that. Yeah.
He's on the best championship run, brother.
What? No,
What?
Jones?
Two legends back to back.
I know, but you gotta look at
and then
the
he
work.
knocked off like a
three?
top
What,
five
three? Charles is a
lightweight
legend.
ever champion.
No, Charles is a legend.
Yeah. Like
Even
he's top
Jameson.
5 in lightweight straight off without even thinking about it.
Yeah. No, it's the 3 fights, bro. It's a hat trick of duttiness. You get me? Like that's all I can describe.
He's knocking
it as.
out everyone's favorite fighter as well.
Yeah.
Making everyone boo
Like,
him.
so everyone loves him but hates him. It's mad.
Mixed emotions.
Hate him, I love him. Ilia's on top. You get me? It's a problem, bro. It's a problem. Like honestly, I kind of hear what you man are saying in terms of like this one. It's definitely one of the greatest streaks of all time. That's undeniable. Whether it's the greatest, I don't know, because I always think back to like what John Jones did back in the day with like the little run of people that he went through, and in terms of where they were at the time and what he was doing at the time was crazy, innit? But yeah, bro, Volk, Max, and then Charles. Yeah, mad.
So Rims went down another road. I was sticking on the road of so far knockout. I was gonna get there. I think that's another like subject and another topic of conversation. I'm gonna eventually get there, but I think right now we're talking about knockout run, like a knockout run.
Knockouts as well. You can do knockouts as well.
Like, no, because your one's a greater legacy. I'm talking that you can have this a moment. Like, remember when Bronx had these moments of finishing people, but it weren't knockout. It was a mad finish rate. Like, it was crazy. Remember, he got the highest finish rate in lightweight.
Bro, you know,
history.
Boy's got $1 million worth of bonuses, and they're giving him out 50 bags of pot, fam. So that just tells you how many bonuses man's got, bro.
He was on smoke.
Do Bronx?
Yeah.
That's okay.
This guy's been fighting for longer than I've been alive, and I'm an old man, bro. You get me?
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's give flowers where flowers is due with Du Bronx.
Roses.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not having that. Nah, that's where the disrespect creeps in, you see? That's disrespectful. Don't do that. Don't start that.
He got put in a coffin. It's casket setting stuff. No, he's not in a coffin. He deserves a casket still. Because a casket is a casket's more.
Bro, Ilia dug in no coffin, bro. Just dug a hole and slapped him down, bro. What do you mean? That was ridiculous what he done, fam. You hear what his son said after? He's that, Daddy, after the 2, you're supposed to do the uppercut. Bro, where is he trying to send him, fam? Where's he trying to send him, bro? Rude, man.
Getting back into it. Best knockout run, I think I'm seeing personally. And for me, this didn't just start off with Charles, Max, or Volkanovski. For me, you know how I feel. This went way back from when we was in, was it 3 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago? Yeah. We was in a box, a nice comfy box up high. We got to see all the action. Yeah? Which one was that? Yeah, Aspinall, yeah.
This one.
Yeah. We was up high in a nice box, innit? Living our best lives.
Yep.
Where Ilia was putting on one of the best performances I had personally seen. Like, so listen, this is the reason I'm personally rating him on another Richter scale, on another level. Because, guys, when everyone was questioning this, I weren't. Everyone was like, "What you got?" I said, "I already saw it. I saw it on short notice." Everyone's going, "It's just Jai Herbert." Bro, he got kicked to his cranium. Recovered from a guy that's naturally heavier than him, that he had no time to naturally build up his weight, get comfortable. He just said, "Yeah, I'll take that on short notice because I just need to fight in London. Calm. Build my career, quick thing." Still to this day, what you said last night, you think that this is his best knockout. It's probably going to be his most flashiest it's not his flashiest knockout. It's his superstarism knockout.
It's the most important one in his career.
Yeah.
Because it's the second belt and it's Du Bronx.
100%. But it's not his best. The Jai Herbert knockout is different, my peoples. Please go back and watch that. I've been telling you, this guy was. That's when I said, bro, there's a demon. Sometimes you see a character in someone, you're like, this guy's demonized, bro. Yeah? And from that day, he's never looked back. Beat up. Look what he done to Emmett. Look what he done to Mitchell. Cause seizures. Cause a man to have a seizure. This is different. You're talking a near-death experience. No, like, you lot are not like, and I was trying to, and this is why I'm so impressed with Ilia, but I'm still not that impressed because I know what I can see out of El Matador going forward. That's another story for another day. But shout out to El Matador because you are my favorite fighter on the roster. 100%. 100%. There's nothing even, there's nothing close to you on the roster right now.
There's a lot of people converting today still.
Oh, they converted. Yeah, different religions. Different religions now. Yeah. Different religions.
Other sides of the mountain, but they're coming, they're making that climb, fam. You get me?
Different religions, yeah. Because that as an impressive as a performance, as a run right now as we're seeing, and he's doing what he's saying. And he's doing it respectfully, but disrespectfully. How are you going to go to the press conference and say, "Bro, I don't want to do this to you"? He walked in, they celebrated the night before his victory. They celebrated like a King's ransom, like Game of Thrones, like, I know I'm going to come and take the castle. There's nothing you can do. So you might as well just celebrate before.
Did you see what they said after the fight in the press conference? When someone was like, if Volkanovski wins and he wants to come up to lightweight, will you fight him? And he was like, I don't want to fight Volk again. I don't want to do it to Volk again. Bro, he's the most respectful, disrespectful brother that there's possibly ever been in life.
Like Ilia just understands the assignment every time, bro. Like,
Yeah.
And he goes in there. It's mad because he goes in there and it makes it look like he's a 300-pound heavyweight, bro. He's just blamming guys and show ends.
You said it yesterday.
So the curtains just come across. Yeah. And it is because it's SOS. It's SOS. It's emergency. You know, death. Where you man said he's dead. Brother, you got to put the tent up quick. Because the tent needs to go around the fighter, but everyone needs to rush in. You get me?
You actually said it yesterday. That was so perfect. Yeah, it's like the closest person to this brother right now is Francis.
Yeah.
In terms of how they fight, but it's Francis with grappling. That's a scary assignment, bro. Like when, because obviously, look, we're gonna speak about what's next for him, and obviously, I'm sure there's Arman, there's Paddy, but everyone wants to see Islam, innit? Everyone wants to see Islam, and like, I don't think that fight, if it was to happen. It might happen. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but it won't happen at lightweight. If that fight's going to happen, it will happen at welterweight. And people are like, oh, Ilia's too small. I don't think so, bro. I think he could move up to welterweight, 15-pound difference, and still look all right. Do you know what I'm saying? The reason I say that,
to welterweight, you'll see a difference.
we'll see. Well, we'll see what happens with Islam at welterweight first, yeah. But I just feel like this guy is just, there's something different about him in the terms of how he approaches these fights.
Yeah.
Like, he's Conor McGregor-ish, but he's Conor McGregor if Conor McGregor was serious.
It's Conor McGregor with more class.
But without class, bro. Because he's classy, but he's classless. Like, he's more disrespectful than Conor, bro. But in a classy way.
That's what I said earlier.
Conor McGregor will come and take your belt. Ilia will come and shake your hand and tell you he's going to take your belt tomorrow, but don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the belt is... Bro, this man was drinking wine the night before the fight, bro. You know how crazy that is with his family celebrating already, bro. It's chaotic, fam. It's mad.
I just want to say this as well. Shout out to Raheem. Quickly bring up those points. Shout out to Raheem, man. Always, man.
Raheem,
You're
man.
a soldier in the chat. Always, man. We appreciate everything you do, man. And guys, like, comment, subscribe, and do what Raheem does. You get what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying? Pull up some super chats.
Oh, we got super chats?
Yeah, we have indeed. So
Let's get
go,
into them,
Rims,
man.
read out the first one.
So he is saying Ilia's Greco-Roman background will help him defend Islam's takedowns in the clinch. Islam's takedown in the open are not the greatest.
Yeah.
I got Ilia knocking Islam out in round 2 or 3. That's a big shout.
That's not a big shout. That's not a big shout.
Let's
It's not a
break
big
that
shout.
one. Can we talk
We'll talk on point. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say,
You go
we
ahead.
can talk about the Islam Topuria matchup, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because, like, I agree with what you're saying there in terms of, like, but we ain't really seen Ilia's wrestling. But, like, last night, what we saw,
Yeah, we have a little.
bit. So, like, but we've seen, like,
Preview.
a little preview of it. We haven't seen, like, it in full effect. We haven't really seen it much offensive because he's just marching man down and knocking him out, really. Like, but last night, what we did see is Charles, in the grappling exchange, I thought he looked quite strong. Yeah. He looked a bit stronger than Ilia, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Ilia's technique managed to pull him through. Bro, when he touched the mat and he was like in a guard position, bro, the way he broke out the guard was so quick.
Stop.
Go on.
Bring up that point there, please. Next point that Raheem made. Just quickly, go ahead, Rims, and you can carry on. Because it's making to your point.
Ilia also passed Oliveira's guard quite easily, whereas Islam had a hard time passing guard. Just saying.
Yeah, but like, it wasn't even, what did he say? It made it look quite easy. It looked like the way that he passed guard and went straight into crucifix, was almost like when you go to a jiu-jitsu gym and you've got the instructor like trialing something with a student to show the class. Bro, that's how easy it was.
Yeah, it did look quite easy.
It wasn't like, and then he went to the leg lock, and then like the leg lock looked like he could have got something. There was like a calf slicer there momentarily. There was a heel hook there momentarily. But like Ilia wasn't phased, bro. Like he did everything right. He didn't punch. He just dealt with the leg, then left him on the mat and was like, "Get up, man, get up." Like, and I think in that exchange there, it taught me that actually, if they are to fight, I think Islam is gonna have to deal with some problems there. That's a big problem. And The reason why I say that fight has to happen at welterweight is because I think that Islam at 155, I think he's struggling with the weight a little bit. That's why he's had to move up. And I think that once you start struggling with the weight, your chin goes. And we've seen him get knocked out before. If Ilia was to hit him, I think he'd end it in the first round, bro. I know you're saying round 2 or 3. I could see that happening the same way as Charles, bro.
At lightweight or
at lightweight. Okay. At welter, I think it's a different story. I think it's a much closer fight. It probably does go 3 or 4 rounds, and then someone probably does get finished. But at lightweight, I think it does stop Islam still, and that's not a recency bias thing. That's just because of what I've seen over the years with
it's a recency
Islam.
bias, bro. Don't do that.
No,
it's a recency bias.
but
you weren't saying that. That's a recency bias. See, don't because I'm being honest.
But
you know it as well. Like, I don't even want to scream and shout and holler, but just be honest. That's a recency bias.
I don't think it's.
I'm the only one that was screaming he could knock out Islam, bro. Let's be honest now. No one. I was doing that, bro. I was saying it was like the Aspinall thing. Remember when I brought up Aspinall saying that he caused Jones problems and you lot laughed at me. You lot laughed. That's fine.
Yeah, I still think Islam at welterweight. I think is a bigger problem.
But that is a recency bias. Rims, let me hear your take on it quickly.
Islam versus Topuria. I think I'm backing Islam, innit? I'm still gonna back Islam. Like I said, we've seen glimpses of his grappling. We haven't seen his grappling against anyone as good as Islam. Like, don't forget Islam subbed Oliveira easy as well. Like, so there's levels to what his abilities are. So I'd say, on the feet, Ilia will be problems for Islam because he cracks in it. But I think the grappling is where, because we saw how strong Oliveira did look strong against Ilia. I was like, bro, okay, he's holding them off a piece. But hey, we'll see if the fight happens, bro. If you will see.
My personal opinion is, this is what I've been saying for about a year, is when you have natural power, but you're one of the most technically sound fighters in the UFC, you're going to be a problem for every single person. Islam is not one of the better strikers in the UFC. He's gotten better over the years, like a lot of fighters get better doing a certain mixed martial art. Like sometimes you got to get better at jiu-jitsu or wrestling. He has got better with his striking. But it's not on the level of Topuria's. And when I look at matchup versus matchup, Islam fights a lot like Charles, very upright when he strikes, because he's so watch him. He don't fight square down like an Ilia. He fights up. He kicks a lot.
I get what you're saying.
He likes to fight high in the clinch, just like what Oliveira done, which was a smart game plan. And you lot are right. Ilia's his frame's naturally small, so these men are gonna come in and be able to just come in and push him along the cage and do that bully bullshit. But you see, when it comes to that now technique, I tell you now, you move me backwards 2 steps. Now I'm gonna wait, time and place. Thank you. Rip out, and his technique is just too sound. You can just see even last night how he just got out of every clinch. Yeah. If Oliveira had no clinch, less than 10 seconds, he just got him in that position because he's naturally the bigger framed guy, and he might be like that stronger guy, as in like pushing and pulling power. Like he can bench more because he's
have a little bit of a push and a pull.
But it's because when your frame's naturally bigger, you'll be able to push and bench more. But it don't naturally mean you got the core strength to be able. Thank you. There's a difference between that core down hard strength that Topuria has.
That point from Prince is key though, bro.
Go ahead, bring it up.
Where he says he struggled with Volk. Remember, it's because of Volk's size,
and this
center of gravity.
This is what I was about to get into. I was literally just about to get into why he beats Islam, is because of that as well. The wrestling, the slow, and I actually think Topuria's. You don't have to. Look what Rim. See, what I respect Rim's thing, because what Rims does goes, I definitely need to see it, but you don't take into I feel like you don't take into the situation of what he's been through as a fighter, bro. He grew up doing something. He grew up doing on a highest level to people. You know the gym stories. You know gym stories. You live in the gym. Yeah. And you know what they talk about him in the gym and that people don't even want to wrestle him because that's long. Yeah, he said it's long. That's why I just learned to punch people up. I hear it. So it's like, I don't feel like Islam is gonna out grapple him. I think Islam would struggle with that. Like with the raw, again, the low sets, but with a better grappler. So you have Volkanovski that caused him problems. He is not a great wrestler. Then a man that can keep it in open mat and keep flourishing in his jiu-jitsu. Look at the way, like you said, the open guard to Charles and just dumped him there and was just like, bro, that was too easy. You thought he was going to trip me up on it. He says,
into crucifix so quickly, bro.
Bro.
I ain't seen it like that before, man.
That against crucifix is a disrespectful position, you know, to put a man, you know. That's a high-level athlete like Charles.
Can I say this as well, yeah? Because I feel this is a good time to speak about Charles and his legacy. Because in my opinion, Charles is done. Yeah, like at that top echelons level, Charles has been done for a little while now, in my opinion. Like he's the last of the Mohicans at a lightweight division. Chandler, Gaethje, Poirier, him, like that's it with them, man. Them man are done. Them man moved to the side. It's the new generation of people in. Obviously, it started with Islam. It's now Ilia. You've got Paddy there. You've got Joe Alvarez and a couple other brothers in the lightweight division that are coming through. But Charles Du Bronx, yeah, this guy's got more holes in his game than the Titan sub, fam. Do you get me? It's honestly, bro, all through his career, up and down, turbulent, bro. I've never felt like Charles Du Bronx was I don't know what to say here because I want to use the word elite, but he was obviously elite when he was the champion. On that run, he showed that he had the dynamic ability to finish fights, yeah, in both the striking and in the grappling realm. But like, he's chinny, he gets hit too much, and for me, yeah, after that, if he's made his money, which we know that Du Bronx has made his money, I'd like to see him walk away now, man, because unless he's gonna go and fight second level fighters, we're going to see that happen again to him, in my opinion. It might not look the same, but we'll see him get crashed out a couple of times.
Yeah, well, he's like, his family were crying before he even got in there. They knew what time it is. It's like he's struggling with weight cuts now. He's getting older.
You got to realise, like, everyone's not finishing on top, bro.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
but
this is the hardest.
Is that I've actually seen Charles. I've already seen Charles at the bottom.
You see the problem is now. This is the problem. Like, this is what I said to you. What John Jones. I don't want to go over John Jones quickly, but I have to. This is what John Jones has done to the sport. Because he set such a high level of expectations of what a champ run is and what he done when he was mashing up everyone at light heavyweight. Brother, that's what everyone's expectation needs to be now with that amount of defenses, that amount of like, without the failures of being a failure on himself. Like, we don't want to see that in fighters because Jones has obviously upset a lot of people and I think himself in letting himself down. But it's like, we have expectations of what you're saying. It's so hard to be a champion. It's so hard to maintain it. It's so hard not to get injured. And that's a big part of why you're not going to tell everyone you can't, you're going to run, this has happened. You got a little back strain now, your jiu-jitsu, you can't do certain things. It's true now, you got a man that's strong. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? You shouldn't have even really lost that fight. You know it in your heart, but that's fighting. Yeah. Like, we know a lot of fighters that they will tell you that I shouldn't have, you know that he shouldn't have really lost that fight. Did you have a pad training camp? Yeah, like, and it's one, you got one time. Like, this is not a series like basketball and all of that. Like, this is like one opportunity that you get. So when you're seeing people like Ilia put their authority down by doing these knockouts, and you see the Joneses going them runs, and you've seen Usman's do his runs when he was looking like a monster, and we've just seen people go on like some great runs. It is very hard to do. It's very, bro, like, no one's really done it. Barring Jones, like, tell me someone again like that's actually gone on a Islam's still on the run, but Islam's like, Islam's still questionable about because he don't fight as often, and some of the guys that he's fought, like Volkanovski twice, weren't good. That weren't good for me. I don't care about that on your resume. Thank you. I didn't. You was on, like, we agree with that. Me and Rims agreed on that. I didn't want him to fight. So like, there's some questionable fights there even with him, where Ilia's doing the correct thing right now. You get me? Yeah. So,
but on that though,
go ahead.
I think there's a question there from the Fight Week show in terms of about the Paddy fight. Yeah, Paddy shouldn't be next. If we're gonna say that, then actually, in all fairness, Arman is the next fight.
Can we get into that?
Arman should, on paper, be the next fight, and that's where I think the rankings, an issue with the UFC that they have at the moment, yeah, and I think I've been saying it for a while now, the rankings stopped mattering a little while ago. We've seen people get the belt from 8th. Joshua Van's currently 12th. He's getting the next title shot. I know he won't be 12th next week. But like there's the rankings have stopped becoming as important. And so therefore, if that's the case, then it should be like a fan vote on who gets the next title shot every time. They need to redo how they decide who gets the title shot, because there's no system in place at the moment. It's just like a free for all, bro. Because if Arman was just weighed in as the backup fighter, was there, cage side, yeah, would have stepped in if someone pulled out, but then Paddy's in the octagon at the end of the night, bro. You get what I'm saying?
So that didn't make no sense.
It didn't make no sense, bro.
And going, do you want to chime in there? I was just gonna say, going off that point, Ilia is smart. He knew what he was doing by calling that Paddy Pimblett. Now, Paddy Pimblett, one, doesn't deserve a title shot, yeah? This is just the honest truth. This is just the honest truth.
He said it last week himself, Ilia.
He
said he's one fight away.
What? Yeah, he doesn't deserve the title shot right now. One, that's because of his resume as well. Mm-hmm. We said it. He's only beating up the old. He's done what he needed.
China's only been the only one that's like half decent on the record.
There you go. And that's just and that's still Chandler. That's finished. That's done. He's been done. Chandler has been done. So it's like, where are we going with this whole perception of Ilia Topuria and what he actually can demand and what's going to happen? So going back to Paddy, is he's demanding Paddy, but what should happen is Arman. Arman causes him the... Bro, I'm being honest with you. This is like... So you lot were just talking about Islam. I personally believe on a skill level, Arman causes Ilia so much more problems.
Do you know what?
Then Islam, I
bruv,
don't think so.
I think Arman's like a B-Tech Ilia in many respects.
Bro,
I don't think he hits as hard. He don't grapple as well. Like I think he's just,
that's disrespectful to me. I think Arman is good, but nah.
I'm telling you. You're just saying no. I'm gonna give you a
I
breakdown.
see that man struggle against Oliveira.
He beat him. It's about struggle.
Lose to Gamrot.
He's
Lost to Gamrot.
Yeah, he lost
to Gamrot. Bro, it's not that, bro. Yeah, he's good, but he
lost
still
to
needs to
Gamrot
work
time,
on.
and he's still young. He's still 27. He's still
he's
getting stronger. He's getting
not far off his
Yeah, I
age,
know.
bro.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about Topuria. Don't question me.
He has fought a high level of opposition.
Bro, he has, and he's gotten from a young age. And I'm talking about. I think he's just found his strength now. Like he is the same height as Ilia Topuria. They're both kind of the smaller end, heights, condensed.
Them are condensed, man.
You Greeny's not getting what I'm trying to say, bro. The stylistic approach of the same, like he's gonna just want to scramble and wrestle. That's all he ain't gonna do what Oliveira. He's got bare more energy than Oliveira. He's got more energy than Islam. Islam don't fight like Islam fights in a controlled mannerism. Yeah, he's willing to scramble and be scat.
He's too chaotic.
Yeah, no, but he don't get knocked out though.
Right, do against Ilia, bro.
How do you see? Okay, cool. Rounds. And I won't even be mad at that. And I'm still gonna say Ilia wins. I'm saying to you, the person that causes Ilia right now, the most problem technically is Arman Saryukin. That's why I didn't call him out last night. Why didn't you call? Why would you call? No, forget that. Bro, we're talking. See, this is what I'm trying to say. You the man are doing this like WWE thing. Like it's not.
That's
cool
what,
like
that's what this is now. Bro. That's what this is, bro.
100%.
This is TKO.
But I'm talking. But again, we're in here to try and see what I'm saying. But it's not. This is what it is. But it's not. But it's not what it is, because when they really go in there, they're not getting a chair and fakely smacking it, but they're really fisting man up. So I really want to see a real fight between the best and the best at the time.
Would be
Paddy is not right now. Arman is, because would Arman beat Paddy?
Would Arman beat Paddy? Yeah, I'll put Arman beat Paddy. Yeah.
So why are we trying to see Paddy right now? I'm not saying Paddy won't deserve a title shot, but then he needs to even if he wants to fight old Gaethje or whatever. Okay, whatever, let that happen. But I'm talking about stylistically. He hasn't even really spoke about Arman. Said one or two little things like, oh, whatever, talk about. He hasn't, because I think he knows stylistically the energy that's the wrestling, the sprawling, that's gonna take it out of him. Arman can do that for 5 rounds. I believe that Arman can do all of that for 5 rounds. Yeah. He's a fit dog, like he's a dog like that. And I'm thinking Toporia's just thinking if I don't clip him, he's a look like he's a process. And Ilia can clip anyone. So if he knocks him out, calm. But I'm saying who can go decision with who can go to a decision? Not even I don't think Islam can. I think go to a decision fight, even if with Ilia. I'm saying it's Arman.
Even with it,
I'm being honest, fam, stylistically.
Because I think even at welterweight or at lightweight, whatever it goes, if it was to be him and Islam, I don't think it goes past 4 rounds. I think someone gets stopped. Whether Islam subs Ilia or Ilia knocks him out, someone goes. With the Arman fight, I can see him getting knocked out, but I actually do agree. I think that's probably more likely to be a decision just because stylistically...
He'll beat him. He'll beat him. He'll beat him, but it was hard. You're going to see him get that. You'd see him go through his paces at times. Because Arman makes you wrestle at a pace and he likes to scramble wrestle. He don't do all that mad stand that Islam base you wrestle, breathe now, I've got time to breathe, then do what I want to do. Because I'm sure that's why the first fight of Islam was so good, and because even with Gamma, it's a scramble thing. Yeah, it can be chaotic, but if he gets it right, I would like to see Ilia in that domain. If you get what I'm trying to say, in that type of world. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That I think that's the fighter that can bring it. I think that the Islam wrestling, even if it gets there, it will be a different type of wrestling. I feel like to test his gas tank. He hasn't been tested, bro.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Knocking everyone. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, but.
What's that one there?
But yeah, let's go through some of these questions, man, because we can sit here all day and talk about what happened last night, man.
I believe Arman would have a hard time wrestling with Ilia, and the scrambles would be mad between them. Arman is the better pure wrestler than Islam.
Yeah.
Lower center of gravity maybe helps with that. Maybe
I saw it in the first fight. He kind of out wrestled in weird ways. Islam beat him.
Yeah,
he pinned him. But he done. He was young. Like he done certain things that he caused Islam mad problems. Till this day, I don't think no one's ever caused Islam those. Volkanovski, but it was different though. Yeah. He didn't wrestle. Just defended stuff. He didn't out. Thank you. Like Arman was attacking him. Like actually attacking Islam. And that's what I'm saying. He will go for it. Like. So I totally agree with you there, Raheem, still. I'm totally 100% with you. Let's go through some of these questions. Do you want to go back up? There was a question from the Fight Week show.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with what your boy is saying. But
what's that?
Since you guys were being Islam...
I think he said bringing up
Islam past fights for Ilia, didn't Arman barely survive the fight against Charles? Yeah, I thought that fight Charles could have easily got his hand raised, but
easily got his hand raised. He lost the fight. He just come back to
it was a close fight. Either one could have got their hand raised. I gave it to Charles, but
Charles got out wrestled, bro, out controlled throughout.
He almost got subbed twice, bro,
and nothing happened with it. Did he sub him? So he got out wrestled, because Arman puts himself in those wrestling predicaments.
But he getting subbed twice is more dangerous than just being held down, bro.
Okay. Ilia and then he got subbed last night.
Yeah, no, but I think Arman
leg lock.
That nigga won.
Oh, was it? Yeah. See, but it don't matter. It don't matter. He still went for it.
Arman was younger. And he fought a better version of Charles Dubronx than the version of Dubronx that Ilia fought last night.
Is right. No meritocracy for matchmaking in the UFC these days. It's who got the biggest hype, who brings the most eyeballs, and who puts bums on seats.
Yeah, you're right. You know right. No, you lot are right. Like no one's wrong. My point is though, I'm a purist. I just want to see the best fight, the best at the best time. No, you lot don't. You lot go on like you do, bro. But you just want to know you don't, because you said Paddy. You said you lot. I'm not being funny. If you rewinding this whole clip,
you said what?
You lot just said the whole thing about when I just said about it being WWE. Like, yeah, but that's what we want to see. Like Paddy, like
that's not you keep. I never said that's what I want to see.
You said
that's what it is. I just know what it is. I already knew that Paddy was the next fighter for Ilia based on what Ilia wants, rather than Arman. I knew that. I could, because it's obvious. Bro, if you're gonna give me a lesser opponent for a belt and it's a bigger paycheck, bro, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Why would I risk my belt in a harder fight for less money than probably. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not like he's not done hard work already.
Yeah, he's
done
already
hard
mashed in the work.
innit?
If anyone deserves an easier fight,
Brother,
it
see
is
what I'm trying
Ilia.
to say? This is not WWE, but he's not done hard work, bro. You're 28. He's not. No, he's a young, sprawling animal,
No, I'm
bro.
saying
With
that
about 3 or 4 fights left as well, by the way.
If that's what he says.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bro, he
cool.
said it
Ilia-
on Rogan.
Ilia is not someone who's gonna be in the game long.
No. He said it on
He's not
Rogan.
gonna
He said
be
it on
in the
Rogan.
game long.
Because he's mashing everyone up, bro. If he fights, let's say he fights Paddy and Arman, he won't fight at lightweight again, bro. He'll go up and fight Islam if Islam is the champ at welterweight. It might not transpire like that, innit? It might work out differently.
Yeah,
But if
He hasn't got a lot of fights in him either, Islam.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah, but in the time that it will take Ilia to fight Paddy Arman, Islam is gonna fight JDM. That's it.
Yeah, if Topuria,
You know what I'm saying?
If Topuria is on job, 2027 he could be gone.
Done. 2026, bro. End of 2026. Yeah, out of the game. Out of the game, bro.
Could be.
And then he might, but he's the type of brother that might wait until someone else is taking that lightweight crown, had a couple fights, and then he'll come back. I can see him doing that because he's young enough to do that.
Irony's trying to stir things. Paddy beats Arman.
Paddy could beat Arman. He's huge, bro, compared to Arman. And like,
You know why I can see it maybe happening is because he struggled with Oliveira.
and Scousers don't get knocked out.
Arman's not a knockout fighter. I'm not here to see Arman. Arman won't knock you out.
Yeah, he can do.
You know, he's got like he's very technically talented, but he's not that. He's not a striker.
That's not how I expect him to finish the fight.
Yeah.
Can you see Paddy holding down Arman
And I see Paddy holding
and controlling
him.
like controlling him on the ground?
No.
Like pinning him for long. But
So how
I
does
can
he
see,
win then?
But I can see him
Taking him down,
like
no, not
crafty
taking him down. He can't
submissions.
take him down.
Sneaky submission.
Like a-
type
like a
thing,
sub,
like,
But he
no,
can't
yeah.
take him down. He can't
Taking
wrestle
him
him.
down.
Can't
If he
wrestle
did
him.
take him down, he wouldn't keep him down for long. Like
Well, wrestling,
he'll
what do you
just.
mean if he
It has
would
to be
take him
against
down?
the- it
You
has to
think
be
he can
against
wrestle?
the
You
cage.
think Paddy
Like-
can take down Arman so you can?
He might in like maybe against the chase trip him or something along those kind of lines where he touches the mat, bro. But he'll be up.
I don't know.
Like he won't be sitting there controlled. Man's just trying to sub him up easy. No. But he might, I might touch the mat. Backside might touch the mat, but he'll get up.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we should move on to Pantoja, man.
I think we should still as well. I think we.
Hold on. What else we got? Fight week saying Aspinall and Paddy sells out Wembley, White Hart, or even Anfield if they take it there.
Scrap that. Ilia sells out the burner bar, fam. By himself. You get me?
Him and what's my man, another Spanish guy that's called
Joel
Joe
Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Joel Alvarez is his biggest problem. He's a lightweight as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's his biggest problem, bro. Like, legit. And do you know what, yeah? I'm saying this now. I think Joel Alvarez probably offers Ilia the biggest problems. But again, he don't offer real no problems, fam. Like, Ilia is a class in himself. He's the 1% of the 1% of the 1%.
Irony, he's saying, has Ilia been tested on the ground yet like a proper grappler?
Just watch him
Bro,
with Charles.
he subbed every forget.
no,
all
but we
that.
just watched him with Charles.
Yeah, but forget that. Because Charles just go back and look at his whole record. He subbed
He was subbing
everybody.
everyone before UFC.
So he's
yeah.
a finisher.
Guram
He's
was
a
saying that. Guram was
finish
saying
him, and then Ilia, when that finish him pops up, Ilia Topuria pops up. You know the ones there on Mortal Kombat. That's what happens.
Finish him.
It don't matter what way, sub, rip off arm, punch man's head off to it, it splatters. It don't matter. Like Ilia is a finisher all around. So that's why I just feel like I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm saying before we move on to the whole next subject, just my opinion is he's my favorite fighter, and if he goes on a magnificent run and he fights till he's like 32, I don't want to see him like do it at 30 and retire because I might have to question. Can he be the GOAT? It depends on still how he's. If he's doing this all the way till he's 30, and it depends on who he's doing it to. We might have to talk around the
As in,
time.
like, him and Jones,
But a long legacy is always needed.
Yeah.
It's just I don't care because then you go out like your body couldn't take it no more. So how do we rate Jones in the mad days where you're getting broke up, body getting broke up, and how do we do this? Like I don't get it. Like I don't want to care. Like, he skipped this fight. Of course he did because he had bare people to fight. I get why he didn't want to fight Rumble. I get why he didn't want to fight. I get why he didn't want to fight Tom. Fighting savages his whole life. I'm just saying, I want him to fight Tom. I'm not saying that, you know me.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, innit, you have to have longevity. But Ilia is probably gonna end up being my GOAT, barring John Jones, I think, when this is all said and done still. If not, you know what I mean? It's Habib. Habib's the most dominant man still. Like, Habib's up there as GOAT talk. If you're on Mount Rushmore, my Mount Rushmore of the three people went up there, innit? Or four? Four, but I don't know who the fourth. But my
Mount
third,
Rushmore.
my room at the moment, my current Rushmore would be Jones, Topuria, from what I'm saying.
Already? Yeah, you're not even waiting for it.
No, I'm not waiting.
Said and done, like.
Yeah. I'm being honest. It sounds crazy, bro.
For me, I think that's crazy talk, bro.
It can be, bro. But
Who else is on there? Habib?
And Habib.
And
Like, that would be my
Who's the
third.
fourth though? Who's the
I
fourth?
don't know.
No, you gotta say it. You can't just leave it as 3 man, bro. They didn't leave it incomplete. No one's there, fam.
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. If you want.
No, it's not Ronda Rousey.
It's your opinion, bro.
I'm not having that. Get out of here with that Ronda Rousey.
No, that
I
was-
should make you leave the studio. No, give me an actual name, bro. I'm not having that. If you're gonna bring up a woman, at least say Amanda Nunes, fam. We're talking about Ronda Rousey, bro.
It would probably my probably would be.
There's 2 obvious names:
Go ahead then.
GSP or DJ.
I was gonna say GSP. That's what I was gonna say that, but I probably got DJ. I was trying to probably
DJ brings us nicely into the next segment. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Flyweight title bout. You know, we had a second title fight this night. We had the guy, like I said, that walks up to many men that wish death upon him, and still death can't reach him. Stays away from dying, unlike certain people, unfortunately. We're talking the great Alexandre Pantoja, and he was fighting the guy out of New Zealand. Unfortunately, couldn't get the job done. Kaya Carr, France. Guys, come on, tell me what happened here, man. What happened here?
Bro, just a better fighter one, bro. Like, just at the end of the day, like, Pantoja's been doing this, and Kai Kara France just weren't ready for the grappling that Pantoja brings to the table, bro. And it's mad to see though, because it just looked too easy.
Yeah.
For a man that knew what he's facing, it looked too easy.
I said, didn't we say that? Didn't I say that last night on the stream? Yeah, I screamed that. I was like, this looks like he looks unprofessional.
Nah, it was tough to watch, bro. Like,
It was. I was
watching a man
like,
drown.
what?
It was like watching a man drown. Like, it was just bad, man.
But
Every time
you-
he got his back against the kid, like Pantoja does a great job at walking you down, innit? Almost like Ilia. Like it's not quite the same, but he does walk you down very well. And once your back's against the cage, he just wants to wrestle you and get that back control, jump onto that leg lock or the body lock, and then you're kind of like you're in massive danger in that position. Kai Kara France did a good job at defending the choke hand for the first 2 rounds, but it's like, what are you doing? You have to have been training for that in your training camp. So in between rounds, where was the adjustments? That's what I wanted to see. Like, where on earth was the adjustment? Because it was just rinse and repeat, and then then you stop defending a choke hand, and it's like, all right, well then you're going to bed then. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It was bad, man. It was just silly. Like, Kai Kara France got himself that opportunity, and it was quite fortunate, I think, to have that opportunity anyway, because he only had the one fight, really.
He didn't really. He's one fight win streak.
Yeah, he's lucky that the division, Pantoja's fought everyone already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see Moreno again. We don't want to see Royval again. And then the contenders have kind of killed each other off over time. So he's lucky to get the shot. But like, it was almost like Renato Moicano when he had his shot against Islam. Like, you take your opportunity, man. Like, at least show off what you got. Like, I didn't even see no right hands being thrown. He was using his jab. It was ineffective. He was on the back foot. He was up against the cage. He was on his back. Like, it's just bad, man. Bad.
Oh, that's bad.
Whoa, quick. Hey, no way there's that many people in there and you're not liking it. I will shut down the show. Like the show.
We want to see the lights go up right now. No, yeah, for real, we're giving you good content off of a great night of fighting. For real though, it was a great night of fight. Yeah, I said extra light just pop up. Keep going, guys. Like.
Just keep swimming.
There's nothing to just hit the like. You lot can just hit it. Thank you. See, why do we have to apply pressure? that Topuria pressure. You know what I'm saying?
That was Topuria.
That's Topuria pressure. Like, come on, guys, just hit the. Thank you. You know how much we appreciate this.
Debo, that is
like we actually appreciate this. You know.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? We have to come off the subject to apply pressure on likes. Thank you, guys. We're appreciating it now. Now it's making sense.
We can resume.
now.
Programming.
Hold on.
Conductor and controller.
We at least get to 10.
One more. One more
here.
like, guys. One more like. Whoever hasn't hit the like, we gotta get one more like. We're on 9. Let's get to 10 so we can just quickly go through
10 likes, man. That's a little measly.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. It is measly.
Yeah, man.
I know one of you else can hit the like button for us. Come on.
You must can. We said gonna sit in silence.
Yeah, we're gonna sit in silence, guys, man. Come on, man.
Stern face as well.
But like, let's quickly. But look, let me go back over to you, Greeny. Before, why did you think Kai Kara France was ever gonna win this fight then? Because you was talking about Pantoja's chinny. Everyone's got their time. He is getting older, and you're not wrong. Every fighter's getting older on the roster. You're not wrong. Everyone's. But what happened here? What was really? I know you gave the breakdown of what went wrong, but why did you think he was?
It was more about Pantoja. You remember there's the old thing with people below welterweight are over the age of 35 don't win belts. Pantoja's out here just breaking the mold. You get me? Man, that stat doesn't even exist anymore, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I haven't heard anyone speaking about that for a little while now. It was more about that for me. I just felt like Kai Kara France definitely hits hard. And I've seen Pantoja get touched before. So I just assumed that Kai Kara France was going to go out there and maybe one right hand would have just swung Pantoja's block. But yeah, it just was bad. It weren't great. And like, yeah, Pantoja is, if DJ is number 1 at flyweight, Pantoja is a very close number 2 for me. I think that debate is a lot closer than people giving it credit for, because I think level of opposition comes into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think a lot of the names that I'm seeing on Pantoja's resume, I would rate a bit more than names I see on DJ.
Much higher, bro. Pull up DJ's resume. It's not great, bro. It's not great in terms of names, because, bro, there was a reason. You said it yesterday. There was a reason why Dana was trying to shut down the division, bro. You get me?
Because the names were in there. It wasn't just DJ's fault.
Yeah, it wasn't DJ's fault at all.
It was
entertaining. And in terms of skills, DJ's definitely got more skills than Pantoja. But in terms of danger, Pantoja's way more dangerous, bro. Hits much harder. Once he's grappling with you, you're way more danger than if you're grappling with DJ.
From Henry, so he lost to Henry Cejudo. No, go from that.
Okay, he lost to Henry Cejudo, but we're talking wins. Royval, Wilson, Race.
Tim Elliott.
Yeah,
no good.
Henry Cejudo, which ages well.
Yeah.
John Dodson, he was good in his
John Dodson was good in his day. That's for me up there with his.
Haraguchi, he was one of the better ones. Yeah,
that little stint there is good, but you compare that to Pantoja's stint.
You got, I don't even know these brothers until we get to Joey Benavidez, bro.
But you see what I'm saying? But that Benavidez,
Dodson twice, Benavidez twice.
For me, Dodson's the
Ian
name.
McCall twice, back to back. Yeah, his resume.
That was for the belt, no? That was for the belt, I think.
Yeah, his resume is not the greatest or the strongest.
That wasn't even for the belt. So yeah, that's that.
Do me a favor and just pull up Pantoja's resume, bro. And I know this might be a recency bias. Yeah, this might be a recency bias. But I remember watching those fights with DJ, and like, there was no real opposition, bro. Like, DJ was I never questioned whether DJ was gonna win. Whereas going into fights with Moreno, going into fights with Royval, who looked good after the fight,
a scorer.
Asakura.
That's the one you got to really respect, because they really tried to remove him. They went outside, said, "Come in, punch him up." They tried to get a proper striker to come in and try and punch him up. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "What? Are you not disrespecting, man?" And you have to respect that still. Had no film on him. Like, he looked like a UFC guy where you got UFC film. You got no UFC film on him. Like, and they tried to do him dirty, and he said none of that.
To find a Japanese.
Yeah, subscription. You know what's there, man? Anime, you get me?
I just think Pantoja's getting better with time as well. Like, on this run that he's on, I've seen Pantoja go from strength to strength. Like, now he looks so dangerous as opposed to when he first got the belt.
But you know why? It's because of the run. So let's go through the run. So that he beat him Kaya Kara France, cuz. Go on.
Kaya Sakura,
Right.
Steve Ursig.
Stop there.
Yeah.
Stop Steve Ursig. They threw him. He was dangerous at the time. They threw him in just to be that, try and get rid of him. He said, no, I'll deal with that. Because remember, what was that? He said, could have a little chance. I might look at. He said, no, none of that, bro. I ain't got time for that, bro. Keep going. Royval, who we're going to get into next.
Yeah. Brandon Moreno.
Who we
Yeah,
consider as a great fight.
Several times.
That's the championship run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he still fought, before that, go on, Alex Perez, who he rear naked choke.
Brandon Royval again. Manel Cape.
He beat Cape already.
He lost to Askar Askarov by decision. Askar Askarov is
good.
which I'm
Yeah,
surprised he's
yeah.
not about no more. Matt Schnell beat him. Lost to
Figure
Figgy.
eight. That's good. That's fine.
Decision thing.
Thank
and
you.
He was a former champ.
Then he beat Wilson Reese, who Demetrius beat as well.
Yeah.
No, Pantoja's got a better record here.
He's got
It
more
does
loss-
look better.
He's got more
It is.
losses, but the names hold more weight.
Yeah.
I think if they were to match up, I'm not saying that he beats DJ. I think there is a world in which he does beat DJ. 100%.
Stylistically, it would just be a great fight.
It'd be would be an intense
Stylistically,
fight,
it'd be
bro.
a great fight.
And DJ's skills, like his skills paid his bills. You get me? But Pantoja's finishing ability is just second to none, especially at flyweight. You know, it literally is. He just overtook DJ's record. So I think I just
record for what?
for finishes.
Finishes him.
I just think it's a much closer debate than what people are giving it credit for. Like when I spoke about it in the group chat, I got shut down immediately.
It's just. I think the numbers as well, like, because he has a longer, like you're saying, longevity.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he had the belt for longer with a win streak. So I think that's what a lot of people are looking at as well.
Yeah. No, I'm rating Pantoja, man, and obviously he's next up.
Well, let's get into the next fight, because if he beats the next opponent in the next fight that we're going to talk about, which is another flyweight fight, and we're talking the first ranked Brandon Royval, and he is fighting a fan favorite and up and coming, literally born star, I think, to be in this company. Greenie's one of Greenie's favorite fighters,
That my boy.
Joshua Van.
That my boy.
He is indeed. Now, this was very impressive from Joshua Van, because he fought like 3 weeks ago. He fought on the last pay-per-view.
Yeah, mental, man.
And this is crazy to go back on the pay-per-view and fight at such high opponents to begin with, because you're not even fighting low-end opponents like how Hamzat come into it. You know, he went back-to-back. He's fighting Jared Mershaw, like, whatever. Do what you want.
Yeah.
You're going on a little championship run. They're really trying to push for you to get involved in the flyweight mix, which you've got yourself involved, not them because you have to beat these guys. He had one little loss. Who was he lost to again?
Charles Johnson, no?
Charles
Can you
Johnson.
bring
Yeah.
up Joshua Van's wrestling?
Yeah,
Because
bring it.
bro,
Just click his
early
name up
on
there.
already,
You can his name up
9
there.
fights. He's
Yeah.
fought.
That's what I'm
good
saying.
level of
We're
opposition.
going to talk about this right now, and how he's built to be in the position that he's in before we break down this fight. He fought Silva before. Go back up. Who is that? He fought Durden, Chavez, and he lost to Johnson, which was Johnson can crack. We all know Johnson can go. But to be able to put himself in this position where he's ranked 12th, and it's because of his fight style. He's a pure boxer. Great hands, knows how to angle off, knows how to counter punch. Very good. Got good vision. Back over to you, Greenie. The next fight to happen is Joshua Van. Well, first of all, before we even go over there, because this was a close fight. How did Joshua Van actually win this fight and beat someone like a Moreno? How did he actually beat someone like Royval in this fight? How do you think he actually when you watch this fight, because it was a close fight?
I think he showed something that shows me he could potentially be a champion. Adaption. Because in the third round, he managed to adapt and do some different things that was helping him, like that oblique kind of kick. I feel helped him quite a bit in that round specifically. Yeah, in that round specifically. So I think he showed that he can adapt on the fly, which I think most good champions have that ability. I see that in most of them anyway.
100%.
Yeah. But yeah. That was the major thing for me.
Bro, I have not seen a fight where someone lands 180 strikes and loses. Like, Royval's output was intense, bro. From word go.
That's why I thought he was going to win the fight. That's why I thought he was going to win the
Remember,
fight.
I actually said I think Joshua Van wins the first 7 minutes of the fight and Royval wins the last 8 minutes of the fight, and therefore Royval will win the fight overall, yeah? The way that the fight transpired, it was happening that way up until he made the adjustment.
Yeah.
And that little leg kick, like, because Joshua Van was landing the more explosive punches and the more damaging punches. I think he put Royval down twice. That last one, oh my goodness. Like, if he had another 20 seconds, he might finish the fight. He hits very hard. I see someone saying, what's his wrestling like? He's got really good takedown defense. Like, but he does. However, my problem with last night was that I'm glad that he got the win over Royval. Excellent. Well done. Yeah. Like, round of applause to you. That was a fantastic performance and you deserve the victory. But then, if you lost the fight, it would have been a step up too soon. And if you win the fight, it's like, where'd you go from here? And obviously then we see him jumping in the cage with Pantoja, doing a face-off, and that's now Pantoja's next fight. So at 23 years old, you're going to have your 10th fight in the UFC for the belt against a champion who's at the peak of his powers. Well experienced, hits hard, has already punched up the person you just punched up, but also...
Pantoja's looking at him like fresh.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, come on.
Yeah, that's easy work.
You know when Uncle slaps you on your face? He did that to Joshua Van, bro. That's little food to man,
on the
bro.
back of your neck. That's
Bro, that's little food.
Bro.
No, that's little food for him still, and I'm not happy with that. I'll be honest.
You know what I'm also not happy with? Do you want me to be honest with you? I said this, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to say it again. The UFC needs to do a better job at setting these guys up. Even if they're going to go on his 10th fight and win, his last 2 fights should have been 5-round fights. Why are you not in 5-rounders? I don't care if it didn't end, because now you went 3 rounds here. No,
that's not gonna matter with Pantoja.
It don't matter. No, all right. No,
that's not going 5 rounds.
You are 100%. I totally. I mean, if I had to flip the bag and make a bet, I'm going. That's definitely a stoppage.
It gives the UFC a feeler. Like,
thank you. Thank you. Why? There's no. I don't get this way of doing it. I get he's on a pay-per-view. I get it, but then he needs to do fight nights. Headline it. I don't care, because he's a star. It don't matter if he's a flyweight or whatever weight. Forget all that weight. If your star is your star, let him headline the show.
Sorry, I know.
Or whatever.
But bro, 3 weeks ago, he was at the press conference for 316, and he didn't even get asked a question. Yeah. So he actually shouldn't be in this position.
You know what it is, though?
The UFC putting him in this position.
What it is reliability.
Yeah,
he's reliable.
Yeah.
And Manel K paint.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's exactly that.
That's
bro.
why. You know what I mean?
But when they still look back at it, they're like, all right, Pantoja's already beat Manuel Cape, so it's not like we really need to see that again. If it was like, do you know what I'm saying? We do as fans, because we believe like Manuel can provide an entertaining fight, if possible. Yeah. I still don't think he beats Pantoja, but like you said, a reliable guy is the better guy to have, basically. Yeah. If you know what I'm trying to say, he's a company man.
Reliability trumps all other things when it comes to the UFC matchmaking.
100%. You know what I mean? So, but I don't think he beats. I think he gets that pressure. I think the same's gonna happen to him. He's gonna end up going back on his foot, get put in the cage, body lock. Yeah. And I think it's.
I think. Like, I've said this before. I said this after his first UFC fight. Joshua Van reminds me of a Max Holloway. And at 23 years old, again, I'm with you. I don't think that he wins against Pantoja. I think he gets subbed. I think he'll put on a better performance than Kai Kara France. I think that first few exchanges will be quite interesting to watch, because I think he'll land on Pantoja. But ultimately, I don't think it's going to matter. I think Pantoja subs him. But the XP that he's picking up along the way at 23 years old, over the course of the next 7 years, once Pantoja leaves, he'll have another title shot. And Joshua Van is someone I expect to, over the next 5, 6, 7 years, get the belt.
Yeah, for his age, as long as he can gain the experience without taking mad damage, it's cool.
He does take a lot of damage, though. He does get hit. He does get hit. So yeah, it's whether or not he can sustain as, you know, like, will he continue to take this much? Because there's a lot of good young fighters, bro. I see someone bringing up Tyra.
Yeah.
You got your boy.
You can go through
You know what I'm saying? At flyweight.
You got what's what's Habib's boy? He's quite good. The Dagestani boy, the tall lanky boy.
Oh yeah,
Ulubekov.
Yeah. But like, yeah, you got a lot of young talent there. Do you know what I'm saying? So, for me, flyweight has very quickly become one of my favorite divisions. But yeah, I do think that this is going to be a step too far for Joshua Van at this point. I would love for him to win.
So quickly,
I would love for him to win.
because this
bro.
fight, when do you think Dana books this fight?
September,
With that's too soon.
September.
Man said
October.
September.
Joshua Van
You
wants to
can't
get
book,
back,
brother.
bro.
That's crazy.
Brother, brother, are you listening to him?
October,
September,
November,
bro.
Like, it's this year.
December at least.
No,
At least
November at the bare latest, bro. They'll be on the MSG card, I think.
You think?
Yeah. Bro,
What
New
would you
York.
say?
This is what I said last
If
night.
you was a-
50 Cent.
maybe they'll be on
hold
the
on.
end of your
What would
card
you
as the
do?
second fight.
What the UFC? What do the
second
UFC
fight.
do? And what do you do?
I think
If you was a
Alright,
matchmaker,
cool.
what do you do? Because
I'm putting it in
when would
like,
you do it?
bro, I'm trying to see that fight. So I'm trying to do it like
you're-
October.
See,
I'm trying to do it like
you're trying to-
October.
see,
But
Rivers,
UFC are doing it in November. MSG card. That's the second to last fight on the MSG card. I'm
I
calling
can
that now.
hear that more.
Yeah.
November, December.
December,
Probably
man.
second, like not the top of the bill, but like the one on the co-main.
December.
Yeah. It will happen this year though.
Well, yeah. Hopefully it happens this year. Hopefully it happens at the end of the year. And
Your boy is saying Joshua Van is on that Charmer speed run.
Yeah, he's up there right now, man. Like they're definitely pushing him still.
it's just does he have the skill levels to actually beat Pantoja, who's a real high level, good quality fighter? Do you know what I
Well, I
mean?
think his takedown defense is better than it's gonna look better than Kaikara France. I'll tell you that.
It needs to. Does Tyra match well with Pantoja?
I think
The
I
grappling.
I think he's the toughest
Yeah.
fight for Pantoja.
Right now, because of the grappling aspect, yeah, what they're both going to want to do in the fight, that would be an interesting fight. Who's a better striker?
Who?
Who's a better striker?
Out of who? Van and Tyra?
Yeah.
Fan.
No, Tyra and
Pantoja, man. Pantoja.
okay.
Pantoja, bro. Pantoja's elite on the ground, in the stand-up. Like, he's a problem, man. Like, yeah.
All right, well, let's get into the next fight. Lightweight bout. It was the battle of the old, the one and only. I don't even know what rank he is anymore. I don't know if he's even. Nah, he is ranked. He has to be ranked. Benel Dariush, and he was fighting Rachno Money Moicano. Racho.
Hey, lately he can afford to lose, man.
Yeah, you can. What's that? 2 back to back.
Back to back, boy.
One's against Islam, so one's not ashamed.
Bitcoin going up.
It's our all-time high, no? Yeah. No, but Benil Dariush did a good job, you know, like last night, because that first round he was winning the first round until he got dropped, and then like he used his kicks quite well against Moicano. The grappling exchanges tied up Moicano. Moicano was a little bit stuffed after the second round.
Yeah,
he
he got
didn't
gassed in.
Oh, he was done, man.
He's always gassed after the second, though.
Yeah, he was
He
done.
puts it all into the first, and then goes, if I'm not controlling the measure of the fight or the pace, then and it gets a bit awkward. Then he gets a bit gassy still. You know what I mean? He gasses out the fight. But no didn't look great though with his conditioning either. They both looked old in there. Like Benil, Benil can't fight at another level again. This is Benil's level, and Benil's done. He actually can't fight at that.
I tell you what, I want to see.
It's not good if they put him in there with Topuria or for some weird reason that ends up happening. That just keep him away from. keep him away. Keep him away.
I think that he needs to fight Charles.
He fought Charles already and he lost.
Run it again. That's what I would. That's what I would.
Sorry, but Benil's never getting a title shot.
No, he ain't.
He's be lucky now to even get a high profile fight, bro. Like, he's really.
He deserves a high profile fight.
He fought Sayuki and got knocked out. Charles lost that.
She fought Gaethje.
Gates ain't interested in that.
Like that.
Like, he's in a
Should
place where he's just fighting to fight.
You know who he's most likely to fight? Paddy. You know what I'm saying? On that
They
return.
could run that.
If Ilia don't fight Paddy next,
No, that's
that
another
be-
old man. I need to see.
Yeah, but
If Ilia
who-
don't,
it's a-
if Dana
they
gets
gotta
upset
protect
because
Paddy though, bro.
He's an old guy. Though.
No,
They
no,
gotta protect
bro.
Paddy because that Ilia
Give him
fight.
Arman.
Max.
Arman. Max.
Arman don't want.
Max.
Arman don't want.
It
That.
don't matter about
Paddy?
what Arman wants, but what the UFC. See what you're doing.
but they gotta
You
protect
see
that
what you
fight,
keep
bro.
doing. Stop doing that,
The
bro.
UFC is gonna protect that fight by all means. If Paddy and Ilia ain't next, then Paddy and Ilia is worth so much money that Paddy can't lose. Paddy's on a Renato flex. He can't afford to lose,
That's
bro.
facts.
That Bernabeu money is different bread, bro. You get me? I promise you, they're not gonna give him anyone that he can lose against Paddy. Like, that ain't
I
happening.
think maybe that's why Dana was pissed again last night because Paddy jumped in and they probably want Ilia to fight again this year because they're like, bro, you won in round 1. You need to fight, even if it's in December. You got to grace the mat again. And he fights twice a year anyway, so this is his first fight this year. So I feel he will fight again.
Ilia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then I think the Paddy fight, they didn't want that. I think you're right. They want to hold that out, but that's for next year, and hopefully get the rights to be able to sort out the Bernabeu
Because Dana wants
and
that.
we'll get that. I think he does want it, and he's interested because he's all airs with. He's watching Ilia's growth on social media go crazy. He's got 10.1 million followers now.
And the numbers last
Yeah,
night were crazy as well.
crazy numbers
That's gonna-
last
that's
night. I
gonna
think
ring.
he's really watching it and knowing.
Yeah.
Even he said, "No, I think we've got a superstar, like not a star, a suit, like he knows."
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna now have to follow a bit like Ilia what he does, like what he wants to do and stuff. But I think that Paddy fight was for next year. He's trying to get Paddy to fight one more time. But I don't want it to be against. He needs to fight someone with a bit more
Clout.
athletic clout. Even if it was Joe Alvarez.
just gonna say-
See,
I was just
I don't.
gonna
He can say he's not
Yeah,
ranked,
bro, he
but
gets-
brother,
no,
I don't
he's ranked,
care.
he's ranked, but he
He's
gets-
a
he's
yeah,
lit up,
but
like,
he will light out
don't
Paddy,
do that.
brother.
They're
He
not
will,
doing that.
but he will beat. He will light out Paddy, bro.
That's what I just said. He'll get his head lit up, bro. And then he'll get choked or something. Bro, Joe Alvarez is a big problem.
Yeah,
that
he's a
people aren't
problem.
speaking about.
Yeah,
still.
he's a problem still.
Like Ruffy and them man are coming as well. Like,
Yeah.
But then, bro, they're not gonna do that to Paddy, man. Like Paddy, I promise you, Paddy end up in there with someone like Benil or someone like that, man.
That's mad. I don't want to see that though. I literally don't.
Remember, they're
But
trying
it
to
is
give him
what it
Gaethje.
is.
You know, they're trying to give him Gaethje.
I'd rather see that.
Yeah,
but I don't
Gaethje
want to
don't
see
want
that. I don't want to see that. But I'd rather see that because Gaethje's more in his prime and more likely to knock out Paddy and cause him more problems. That's what I need
Gaethje
to see.
ain't
What
knocking out
problems does Benil cause Paddy?
Well, Paddy beats all the.
He will probably sub Benil as well. I know Benil's a better black, like a good black belt, but
That would be a difficult sub if he makes it. That's
Yeah.
easy. That's I'll give him props.
Do you know what? Though? I
Paddy.
actually think he would. I think he would. Do you know what? It's just younger and fresher, man.
that's what I
You
think.
go up against them old
Yeah,
men, in
old
the
man,
gym, and
brittle
you start to
bones.
clock- They've got
Yeah.
old man strength, but,
But
they ain't got
that
old man
movement.
conditioning, they ain't got
Yeah,
old man movement, they ain't got
facts,
old man
bro.
speed.
Facts.
By the time that they
Facts.
go to sprawl, it's
It's
too late.
too late, like Tony.
It's too late.
Nah, he's doing craziness on videos. Bro.
Oh,
See
bro.
that last one? I
The
said,
one with the legs.
Man look like that is crazy.
He's swinging. He's on a swing.
No, but that's
He's doing
hard to
some
do
swing.
though. I'd say that he's on a breakdancing flexion. Bro, I can't lie. I was like, bro, I like that he showed the
He's
fails
too-
as well.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I ain't showing you the fails. I'm gonna show you the finished product.
Paddy versus Hooker. Nah.
Would be a great fight. But again, that's an easy fight though. Like,
'Cause he
I
can
see him
sub
walking
Hooker.
through the- Yeah, sub.
'Cause he
Hooker.
can sub
That's what you want, no?
Yeah, no.
I need you more young. Yeah.
That would be a very good fight. I think that is good good
Matchmaking.
matchmaking. Yeah. Don't disrespect my matchmaking though. You know what I'm saying, Yusuf?
Yeah, bro. You can't matchmake innit? I tell people that you can't matchmake. He just wants to kill people off quick. I'm telling
Sometimes
you,
you
bro.
have to do that, man.
All right, let's get into the last fight on the main card and the revival of Peyton Talbott, and he was fighting Philippe Lima. Sorry, should I say?
Doesn't matter how you say it, because that man lacks the most. That man is stupid, bruv. Yeah?
Why is he stupid?
No IQ. Like, very limited IQ, bruv.
Wasn't Peyton fully winning and doing his thing?
We good? Very bad IQ from Felipe Lima. He was winning in the striking exchanges. Why are you trying to grapple? I get it, that might have been the game plan. But like I said this, for me, 6 months is long enough for you to learn how to stop a takedown. Especially if you're going in there with someone whose takedowns aren't elite. So like, Peyton Talbott did very well to stop takedowns and to get back up when he was taken down.
Yeah.
But Lima should have just continued to strike. because he was winning the striking exchanges. And then once he started trying to grapple, he got a little bit tired. Then Talbott started taking over in the striking exchanges. And then Lima was just on the back foot the whole fight.
Yeah.
Talbott looked better this fight. A lot better.
Takedown defense. Again, we're gonna have to see more from him. It went decision, right? So he's not going around knocking out people, going around flashing. Like, but this is what you need to see. The grit. You go around knocking everyone out. Like, I know everyone can say the same about Ilia, but Ilia's in different class because he's doing it at a high level, so it's different. You got that. You game. No one can out wrestle you. No one can. You just game. Yeah. But on this level, this is what we need to see. Like when you're building a fighter, can you go to decision? Can you go through the grit, the determination when it's hard? When it don't go right, can you make it right? That a bit like, again, Topuria has a different destination. Like, see something like Topuria, he can go, and this is why I said you need to do the Johnny Bones joint thing, because Johnny didn't finish everyone. He went decisions, he went through hard gritting fights, he subbed some people, he finished certain people. He's had multiple, like, that's a real complete fight, like, to have that multiple, you know what I'm saying? Had his lip bust, like, you've been through it, you're like, raw, like, he's been through the grind today, like, like, all of that, I like to see, I don't want to see no one hurt, like, but just to make that complete assumption of a fight, I like to see you go through it to be like, he's really got that grit. And this is what I think you kind of have to go through, that Peyton Talbott needs to go through, like that grit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do the decision, not just knock everyone out. Learn a bit of jiu-jitsu, get put on your back, pause, but find your way back up. No man should put you on your back for too long. But yeah, like, and hopefully he can. Do you think he's got enough talent though to become a future, like, starish, like, no, you not even him, not well maker?
No, I don't. No, well maker's done, bro. He's 31, bro. Talbott, I'm being honest, man. I'm being honest.
He's on the run. He's got 100
bites.
bites.
Once he loses a fight, he goes back to the drawing board, and it's too late now. You know what I'm saying? But Talbott, even though he's young, I don't think I see enough skills for him to get to that belt. Like when I look at Joshua Van, early on, I saw that this guy's got very good boxing. He hits very hard, and his takedown defense was good. Talbott, yeah, he's definitely improved his takedown defense. His striking is good. I don't think his striking is elite though.
He hits hard though. He was knocking people out.
But he didn't. Lima was there to get knocked out last night, in my opinion. Like in the latter rounds, Lima was there, like just standing in front of him on the back foot, looked scared. Talbott didn't finish him. I don't think that there's certain intangibles that Talbott I think is missing to make him a champion. And I know that I might be writing him off too soon. Okay. But like that's what I'm doing.
No, facts. I hear you. You want to see it early. You're trying to call it early. You're just trying to see if he, because that's our job. I think our job in the cave is when we watch these fighters come up from a young age, is trying to see it early. Does he have the raw skill set from what you see? Does he have the gameness? Does he have the conditioning? Does he have the heart? Do you understand? Does he look like he's just given up a little bit and like he's just gonna be on the cage with his hands up taking a beating, or is he gonna swing back? Like you wanna. That's what we're here to analyze. That's what we like to see and do. That's our favorite bit about building a fighter, basically. And you know what I mean? But you're saying it, and I don't know. I need to see a little bit more. I don't know if Lima's the perfect You're right.
I thought he was though. I like Lima going into this fight, but I don't like him coming out of it.
See, you liked him going into the fight, but that means it was still a hard fight, and I think Peyton just done.
It was a tough fight on paper.
Peyton definitely done well.
Go on,
from what I was expecting to see. He definitely showed improvements with the grappling in a fairly short space of time. What I noticed, which I feel I like about what he does, because Lima looked a lot more erratic, he just looked like a lot more sprucey. But Talbott is more. He reminds me of he's more of a calm. He's looking for that control. He's looking for that precision. I think he's a bit more refined. I can see that out of the two. Was what I noticed. But Lima I thought was gonna do a lot better than what he done, and I think fight IQ was bad from him. Very bad. That was the worst IQ of the night. Shame still, because but bantamweight's like that, man. Like you have 5 good fights and you have a real bad one. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, guys, that is the main card wrapped up in a whole for you. That's UFC 317. We're going to quickly run over the prelims. We definitely have to run over this fight because
Can you pull up the clip?
The next fight, I don't know what was knockout of the night.
Oh,
Gregory Rodriguez or Ilia?
no.
This hammer fist, Herb Dean. People are saying that Herb Dean has lost a step. Yeah, because he didn't save him.
Using a step.
Yeah. No, Herb Dean was.
Because he said people are saying that he might need to wear glasses now or something.
He don't need to.
Because
there's no way he got glaucoma. You know what I'm saying? That's a man that is.
Because he let
name
Gregory.
like EA Sports,
That was not necessary. That hammer fist.
Oh, it's super necessary. What do you mean?
Bro, the ref should have saved him.
Yeah, referee definitely.
He was out cold for when he fell, and
thankfully Jack Hermanson supposedly
absolutely
how I don't know.
Ridiculous. That hammer fist.
That was very, very bad, man. Very, 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 very bad. That's a shame still, because how they don't have that highlight up? All they need to ain't that the short right there? Yeah. Look. Oh,
you faked the body shot.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. That was him. He's done, you know. Look, his legs were stiff from the air. Look. Oh my God, brother, that's not necessary. You said it's super necessary.
Especially the way that he hits.
Bro,
that was
one more time.
Like
No. Let me count. One more time. Let me count. No. Let me do maths and logistics and physics. Please, I need your scientists. You're scientists. You know what I mean. Look. I need to count how long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh my.
6 seconds, bro. That's a clean 6. It might be 7 because I was kind of slow because I'm a bit dyslexic.
That was like the.
Don't laugh.
That was like the France and Ghani one against.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Blades.
No, not Blades.
No. Alistair Overeem.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah,
that one was bad.
Yeah.
His toes were cold like a screw as well.
And the knockout was crazy.
Yeah.
Uppercut.
Yeah, it was bad enough.
I expected Hermanson to maybe drag it out to the later rounds, but RoboCop just put on a show, man.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah, irony is. I wanted to say irony, yeah, but I thought let me just have his moment in it. But it was in slow motion, bro. That we just watched that in slow motion. You counting 1, 2, 3.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
Like
I don't care, bro. 1, 2. You see that, bro? Hermanson was laying there for time on the mat. Man was sunbathing, boy. You get me? Herb should have got involved, bro. Threw the towel in. Like.
Herb should have just elbow dropped him like last time.
Yeah, like he said, put it. Alright, the rest of the card I didn't really watch because I come in and mash up the camera last night. You know, guys, I walked in the cave and I actually if you watch back the actual full live footage, you'll see it go black for a minute because I walked in at 3 o'clock and just turned over the camera and the conductor and the controller were happy. You get me? So you get me? I had to just come in there quietly and just But what happened in the rest of the prelims, guys? You lot tell me what happened.
This one, Haidar Emil versus Jose.
Round 1 knockout.
Digado, yeah.
Was it mad?
It was a knee straight up the middle.
Crazy.
Blammed him, and yeah, it was done. Like, he dropped him hammer fist about twice. I think the hammer fist kind of revived him still.
That's crazy to say that.
No, it did.
Man.
Him up, man.
Because he kind of got up after he hit him and the ref cut in. But yeah, he was done, man. He was done. It was bad still. And he was undefeated as well. He's actually pretty decent.
Ooh.
Yeah. Haidar Emil.
Yeah.
So it's just the first time he's lost.
Yeah.
Do you know how much people have lost their
Mad this year.
L's to share?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But Delgado's only got 1 loss, I think.
I think I see a stat. 25, like probably plus now. UFC fighters of something like that. If you're losing L's or something, 20 plus. Yeah.
Nah, that was a really good performance. Tracy Cortez was good as well last night. Like she looked very good in the grappling realm. That was good.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Fuck.
McKinney strikes again, bro.
This guy, what happened with this guy?
Killed
This
my
guy,
bet, man.
you said it though. Always round 1 though.
Yeah,
you said
yeah,
it though.
I was shocked that he subbed in that quick though.
It's what they call
walked
him?
over it.
Flauger
Walked
clothes.
over it.
What's that stupid dance? You ain't doing that dance last night, was you?
I rate. His defense was actually pretty good though. He actually did try.
How you get
Flauger
something
clothes.
round like that? How?
No, like
How?
Like, because he had to transition. He weren't just straight.
Oh.
He went from, I can't even remember now. It's like the anaconda. It was like the front headlock transitions, like anaconda, dance, guillotine. He went through a couple of them.
So what?
to get
Teps?
it.
What did he finish him with?
I think it was anaconda in the end. I think it was.
So what? Terrence McKinney's got ground game like that.
But he's had submissions
He's
before,
had,
though.
had
you know?
submissions before. Yeah, he's a decent wrestler, but he's just one of them guys that just throws the hands. Like,
Yeah, he's a 1 round man.
yeah.
Like that's his biggest problem is that man is just 1 round man.
Listen, one round, man. That's how good for his performance.
No,
His
but
girls don't like that.
Yeah. The girls don't like that, bro. Get me, like.
All right, Nico Price, the one and only, the guy with 7 kids. You know he's got 7 kids. He needs to give his wife a break. Got bare kids and they're all kids. You know they're little. Like, just pump them out all at once, bro. Ah.
Man say he's got 7 kids and they're all kids. What you thinking that he's gonna have like a pig in there? Like,
Nah, teenager at least.
I hear it.
Man's got kids like.
Anyone see this one?
Nah, I didn't even watch.
No,
this
but
one,
the
man.
Jacob Smith, he's
Jacoby
alright.
Smith, yeah.
Jacoby Smith's good. Yeah, he looked good still. Look at the odds.
Yeah, no, Jacoby Smith,
Flipping hell.
decent.
Right, it must be something. Right, I need to maybe go back and have a look.
Yeah,
I ain't seen this fight. I don't remember seeing it.
Who, Jacoby Smith?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, it
remember
was a good
seeing
finish still. It was a good press conference, what he said after as well. I watched it. It popped up.
And Janata Denise, he's alright, you know, at heavyweight.
Yeah.
Like heavyweight is real slim, innit?
Oh, I don't really
So,
care for
yeah.
heavyweight right now,
He-
so.
Bro, when you're opening up this type of card as a heavyweight, there's not high.
The
hopes
Alvin
for me.
Hines guy's first fight in the UFC, innit?
Yeah.
And they're saying that he was looked really good last night, even though he lost, that he should come back and he could be entertaining for the heavyweight division, just spice stuff up and keep.
They need to just sign anyone right now.
Yeah,
bro.
for real.
Yeah.
Just to get people.
Vanilla Gorilla,
Facts.
man. I think he's gonna get signed, bro.
That would be good.
I think he's gonna get signed, man.
By the UFC.
Yeah, bro. Just won. Is it
Won the
NFL?
title, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Bro, it's thin. At the. It's weird because heavyweight is thin. You get me? It don't make sense.
He's
But
good
it's-
as well, you know.
Vanilla Gorilla. Yeah, bro. He's gonna go in at least been in some entertaining fights.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Why not, man?
All right, that's
They just
UFC.
signed the Shem show. Shit, we ain't gonna speak about that. Hey,
The Chevy Show. That's going to be very good and interesting. Shout out to the Scousers over there getting signed. He's got a very, you know what, Shem? I just want to say this. I hope you really, really do well, bro, because you have an amazing story. And if the UFC can proper push you forward and you get the job done in everything that you need to do, man, that story that they're going to put up behind you and how you got to the UFC and everything happened before, it's going to be crazy.
You know they're talking about him versus Frivola, yeah? Shem.
Oh yeah. I saw
As
that.
his
Yeah,
first
yeah,
fight. That's
yeah.
a tough first fight
Yeah,
still.
that is.
Vola.
Yeah.
But I know.
But boy, that's gonna be a bomb burner. I hope they do make that because I feel like Frivola's ground game ain't great. So
He'll be
Shem will sub
sub
him.
him.
But like, yeah, that would be a good first fight because it's a big name.
Shem's tough though.
Yeah.
What Vanilla? Yeah. Since saying Vanilla Gorilla was in his year in
Oh,
school.
swear down.
So what? You went to school with him?
You went, oh, Femi.
Yeah.
You went to the same
Femi and
school.
them. Yeah, mad thing.
Got you. Yeah.
Okay. Captain Guru
Mad thing, mad
dance.
thing.
Hey, what? Rate the card though. What we saying?
What was the card? Best card of the year so
11.
far. Out of 10.
Yep. 11, bro.
Rate the
After
card.
what we've been experiencing lately, bro.
Like we do main card innit? So rate the main card.
After what we've been seeing lately, bro.
Yeah, it's a 10. It's a 10. You got what you needed. You got Pantoja. You got 2 championship finishes, 1 knockout, 1 sub. So you got it in 2 classy ways.
Yeah.
You got Joshua Van coming up for the belt.
One of the best scraps.
One of the best scraps performance snap from both fighters. He said he's giving Brandon Royval win money because it was such a great fight.
Cool.
You had the 2 old guys give you still a good fight, and it was still a good throwdown. And the Peyton Talbott to open up the card was very good. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go 9-5, 10.
10.
Yeah.
Prelims went crazy as well, man.
If I say main card as a main card this year, you're gonna have to go with what they've given us and what the standard is. That's 2 title fights.
Yeah, actually true.
2 title fights,
Lamb
2
Oliveira,
finishes.
who
Finished by
got a
boss
finish.
from an actual year.
One of the fights
But
of the
now,
year.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Decent fight.
For old men, but they put an
Decent
old
fight.
man.
Name value.
They're 2 name values, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And tap to
Maybe
Peyton.
future prospect.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that was
couple
good.
future prospects in there with Joshua Van as well.
I can
Then-
go 9 at the highest, maybe for me.
Bro, it's when was the last time that us man were talking about 9s for these main cards? Like,
Yeah, but you got to remember, even you're saying irony, we're easily pleased, yeah. But there's no way you lot are going on like you're gonna see UFC Sean O'Malley, where the whole card was mad. Like every name was a name and a hype. Do you know how hard that is to do? Yeah,
I said this was the best card.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, because 300
was his by itself. Like, that's just
yeah. But like, I'm just being honest. Like, you ain't gonna see that often because they need to spread these fighters out across the year. So everyone keeps saying, oh, because everyone wants Tom Aspinall Jones at the top. Ilia to fight underneath with Islam. Yes, I'm not being honest. So this is what everyone wants, bro. Yeah.
Underneath that, we want Ilia versus Arman on the same night.
On the same,
you know what I'm saying? Back to back. Do it.
But you get me? Everyone wants the top, bro. Then they want Alex Pereira to fight on the. Come on, man, guys. You don't got to just rate the card of how the UFC have to structurally do it. And this is probably a because it lived up to fighting wise. It lived up to it. I think.
And this was the card that is I think the turning point for UFC. For the next few months. For the next few months, we got some good cards, bro. Yeah. You get me? I know, like, I'm not really too high on the Poirier Max Holloway fight, but that's a good fight. And then you got DDP and Hamza.
That's what I'm waiting for.
And I'm like,
bro.
okay.
Me and you got money on that. I can't wait.
I've lost track of all my bets because I don't give a damn anymore, bro. I'll be honest. Just take
because you're gonna owe me. Because you're gonna owe me. Because he's gonna owe me 150.
I'm gonna owe you 100 off the Burner Battle thing.
Yeah, so you know that.
Turkey. This is my listen, bro. Listen, please, yeah, get involved, yeah. December, November, September, whenever you can do it, man. Go book that Burner Battle Stadium and tell Dana that's where we're going. Do you get me? Because that's the only way that can happen this year.
Yeah, I hate you still.
Maga, yeah.
Make UFC great again. 100%. The Muga.
Say nothing. Quickly before we exit, did you not watch Jake Paul?
No.
Jake Paul, I didn't watch it. I forgot he fought, bro.
Against Chavez.
This is on, innit? I forgot.
That's the first proper boxer that he's fought.
Chavez ain't no proper boxer, man.
He won,
yeah. He mashed him up, bro.
He looked good, though. He looked in certain situations.
Look good, bro. Chavez. I can go in there and collect a paycheck. Do you know what I'm saying? Chavez, bro, it's a big thing. You see Junior. You see Chavez Junior.
But he will lose again. When it gets to a proper boxer, he will lose because his gas tank's gone in. Towards the end of them, once after like the fifth, sixth round, his gas tank is finished.
Chavez Junior.
Fights. It's terrible. He's been terrible.
Disrespectful.
As a boxer.
It's disrespectful to his dad's name.
Yeah, I know. His dad was upset. Do you see what his dad done? Did you see his dad turned around, spun around, walked out, got mad?
Bro,
you see his dad? His dad was mad still.
What? That's disrespectful to your name, bro. That's your legacy, bro. But there's a couple fights that have been booked here in boxing. Like September is a month for boxing, you know, because you got Terence Crawford and Canelo, and you got the rematch between Eubank and Ben.
Oh yeah, that got announced.
That September
is that official?
Yeah, September 20th. That month of September.
What, the same Wayne Drake? Same
stuff, bro.
He's doing it again. Why would he do it?
It's no good that. It's no good.
Oh, same way.
Big bar,
That's
bro.
mad.
Big bar, bro.
You done that Turkey?
Yeah, Turkey's in back-to-back weekends.
Yeah. Well, Turkey got involved again. Well, Wembley.
No, I think it's at Tottenham. Again, I think they run it back at Tottenham. But that month of September, like Turkey's no good for UFC that month still.
They don't have an event, so
that month is a boxing month still. You get me? The
boxing year, really.
It is UFC. The next few months, like they could have something.
No, we got to see how.
The back end of the year.
Yeah.
If they match well, bro.
Yeah. We got to
anything can happen, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, Imavov and Baralho.
Yeah,
let's get into this. We're gonna get some news. Let's get into some news, Wims. Let's get into some news. Yeah, let's get into some news.
All right. So we got a few fights announced. So shout out Principal Sayans. Imavov versus Baralho. Been waiting for that one in Paris.
UFC
we got money on that already. We have to have money. Yeah, we have to because we have to 50 again. Clean 50. We have to because we was beefing. So you have to go with your guy. I have to go with mine. Like there's no. Like, and Baralho can win this fight. I've always said that Baralho's got the all-round game to win. This is a 50-50, and this is a really good fight, you know, Rims. This is a fight I'm really like looking forward to.
You're looking at the next middleweight champion in that fight.
Yeah. Oh, Hamza! If Hamza gets the
no, because I think that's
so if Hamza or DDP, you think both? You say hold on. If Hamza or DDP, you think both of them can beat Hamza and DDP?
Baralho can beat anyone in that division. He's got all the skills.
But DDP, that's the first person.
Yeah.
So you think
he dragged DDP into dirty water, bro? Muddy water, bro. Like a crocodile, fam, and start doing a death roll on him. You get me? I truly believe that.
Can't lie, I got faith in DDP right now. still.
Hey.
I rate his. Looking at the back catalogue from where we were to where we are now, I respect his things.
But if
You don't respect him.
you don't rate DDP,
Don't rate him.
I still don't think he's fault.
oh,
Izzy's gone. Like Izzy was more hype for you. That's why you're rating him, because you're so heartbroken what he done to Izzy. That one hook thing's terrible, bro. You forget how that guy went out. Like the way he paints his nails, mad. Like, and then the Strickland thing I do rate, because that's game. I rate that just to stand there,
Second
but
one.
that's you both of them because you just won in it. But my whole point is that's you're just standing and banging with a man that just does Philly. Like that's no, that you're not sure that your skills ain't been tested. Like his skills haven't really. He's gone through the gamemanship. I'll give him that. But his skill level still seems awkward to me, and it feels like it's beatable.
It's
like,
always gonna be awkward because that's his thing.
But it's gonna be hold. But the right guy's gonna come along and exploit that, which is Hamza. You're gonna see it.
I'm looking forward to
Hamza
that
ain't got that
fight,
type
man.
of. You get me? He's technically sound. You're gonna have. You know what I'm saying? That's around one or
in
two
one
sub.
realm.
But
Bro, if it goes past a round and a half,
but if he says if.
if
But if you get subbed, you wouldn't be
see.
surprised if you get subbed in round 1 or 2.
I would be surprised. I'll be honest. I would be surprised. I don't think that Hamzat has. We're talking about DDP being tested. Who's Hamzat for?
Better opponents.
What? No, he
Gilbert
hasn't.
Burns and Usman. Better
Gilbert
anyone.
Burns and
Better-
Uz.
are
What?
better than. I'm just being honest. In my opinion, are better than Izzy in where Izzy was at that time. The way he finished Izzy was with the, and you know why?
Gilbert
You know why Izzy was upset?
At welterweight.
Hold on, because it was a fight. Let me tell you why. Because it was a scrap. You see why Izzy? Because Izzy was winning that fight.
Yeah.
When you deep, you're not deep in the fights. He's been in scraps. Like Hamzat's been in scraps. Whether you want to say it's close, whatever, he's been in scraps. Like the DDP thing with Izzy was upsetting to watch. Like Izzy was actually winning the fight. Just keep on the outside, keep doing what you're doing. His gas tank went, bro. It just burnt out. He was finished, couldn't move laterally anymore. And DDP just stuck it on him towards the end to the point he had
DDP
one
broke
hook
him.
in.
DDP
That's
broke
what I'm saying, bro. But that's why Izzy.
That's more
That's why I'm not
impressive.
on it. No, it's not, bro. What's impressive is him going through the gamemanship, getting. Because with the Gilbert fight, he knew he didn't have to fight like that. He knows it. He tried to impress the crowd too much and thought dumb and just went wild and said, "Well, I could go tat for tit and whatever." He didn't thought like he knew he didn't fight in a smart way, in a calculated way. That's why even with the Usman fight was close as well. But Usman's game. Let's not go on like Usman's not game now.
Short
Usman,
notice at a new weight
calm.
class.
Yeah, but he's a quality.
That's
He's,
the
he's
only
a
form
well
of champion he's
experienced,
fought.
and he's a well experienced fighter.
Hey, we're gonna find out.
We're gonna
soon,
find
innit?
out. But
And
going
money's
to,
on the line.
yeah, going to the Imavov and Baralio fight
Go
again.
back to it. Go on.
I think if Imavov is gonna win, he's gonna have to stop Baralio, and I think Baralio will probably win over a 5-round decision. I think. So, yeah, that fight.
They've
is
both
really
been
interesting.
promised a title fight after Hamza and DDP though.
Yeah, but Imavov should have been promised a title fight about 2 fights ago, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
bro.
So
All right, and we got John Silva versus Diego Lopez.
that's Nacho Libre. That's whatever you call it. That's gonna
Nacho.
that's gonna be a good fight. That one there still.
Is that headline or what?
Yeah, I think so.
There's no title.
I don't think it's a fight night, innit?
Oh, okay.
I think John Silva's gonna beat him up still.
Yeah.
After the last
Yeah,
performance,
yeah.
I don't really. Yeah,
Ortega versus Sterling.
That's a
was
good fight.
interesting.
that's a weird one.
Why is
isn't it?
Ortega still at this weight?
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought you were supposed to
Still
be
is
moving
going
up.
to like that's a bit sticky there, boy. Tricky there, boy.
That's why.
He's
You know,
just
when you ask the
realised.
question and when you realize the answer, bro. Yeah, that's why. That's why. We don't. That's not good. That there still.
Stay at featherweight.
What else do we see?
That's an interesting matchup, by the way.
So what is it? Topuria, the brother, versus
Yeah.
Maker.
Yeah. Gonna
think
be
that's
an interesting
happening.
fight, that one, man. What's that one there? That another
What's his name? Alexandra.
Alexandre.
Raheem again.
I think.
Shout out
Alexandre
Raheem, man.
Topuria.
Big up yourself,
Raheem.
man.
Big up Raheem all the
Man,
time,
brother,
man. Shout out to Raheem always. Got to hit that like button for him,
What's
man.
that question?
So the question is, fun question: who wins in a street fight? Habib and Islam versus Ilia and Hamza.
No, Ilia and Hamza. They're too big. Ilia,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
Hamza's
going
too.
Ilia and
Just
Hamza.
'cause
That's
Hamza-
too-
just 'cause
yeah.
Hamza-
Ilia
Yeah.
can just
Yeah, sleep, man. If
Yeah,
you
and
and then
then Hamza
Hamza
just
just
deal with-
because
yeah.
Habib because he's big, bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
wrestling
yeah.
is
It's like
big.
2 medium-sized men versus a little and large, isn't it? Yeah, that would be fun to watch. You know what I'm saying?
That's tag team.
Someone's gonna die.
If they done that UFC tag team, do you know that would be so hard, bro? Weights. You could have a heavyweight. I don't care. You gotta get to your corner. It'll be fun. Yeah, bro. Punch man up out the way.
I've seen that street fight on my algorithm.
What about triple
It
threat?
don't end well.
What about triple threat?
Triple threat is dangerous, bro. Because look, like, bro, me and you are fighting. You get me? Have you ever seen a man get snuffed like that? It's not good, bro. It's not good. I seen a man's jaw, bro, at school. A man got punched, from behind the corner, and he, bro, it happened in year 10. He missed GCSEs.
Look at the way you explained that,
bro. When I was
man,
in school,
explained that. Man said he got hit, Miss GCSE.
Bro, the next time I saw him, his whole jaw was wide shut. Man had the Kanye West thing going on. Bro, I see him the other day. He's a changed youth, fam. You get me? He's a nice youth now, fam. Bro, it changed his whole perspective of life.
Oh, shout out.
Jaw got splattered, fam.
Mad. All right.
So
that is that.
That was UFC.
Oh no, there's no card. For
No card, man. The next one
Sim
is
fighting.
Sim fought already.
Sim fought on Friday, man. He lost.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he?
Yeah, he lost.
I didn't even.
Semi-final, lost in decision.
Yeah.
Tough one, man.
Was it a tough? Was it a good fight? I haven't seen. I need to go back and watch it. I
Good
didn't watch
scrap.
it. It was.
It was a good fight. Yeah. Just one of them things, man. Just one of them things. Still.
Yeah, you can't win them all. You know what? Yeah,
Was it actually a tough fight?
It was a tough fight. Areas that can be worked on.
Go on.
Still.
Yeah.
Areas that can be worked on.
What went wrong for him?
I think you gave him too much real estate.
Okay.
Yeah, you let him pressure too much.
Pressure. Yeah, I
And then
see.
he kind of took it back towards the later rounds, but at this initial start, you let him
Pressure.
take center too much. And he was, on the back foot. I feel, yeah.
Sim is a front foot fighter, bro. When Sim goes at it, it's crazy.
I do like that PFL tournament, you know, just like for what it is. Like, you know, there's a big like a big paycheck at the end of it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I do like that.
Edwards fought, innit?
He won.
Yeah, he won. Yeah.
Fabian Edwards won. Yeah. So he's through to the final.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good little tournament so far. I've watched a little bit of it here and there. Do you know what I mean?
All right, guys. Well, that is UFC 317 locked in the bag. That's the news wrapped up. That is the boxing wrapped up. Even though it was just Jake. Yeah, we're just talking about Jake Paul. I was just talking about Jake. Next week, Brims, you can bring up boxing rec and box live. We'll find out whatever it is you're gonna use.
This is where I'm gonna be shocked that fight on next week, and I didn't know about it. I forgot.
Is there Cat Rules fighting? Yeah, Cat Rules fighting. I know that. I saw that as well. Yeah. Shakur Stevenson's fighting Saturday, July the 12th.
No, that's next.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Who's Jack Catchell fighting?
Eubank.
Oh, Harlem Eubank.
Yeah.
That's a good fight. Is that this weekend?
Yeah, this is next weekend coming.
Yo, I really rate Harlem. You know, Harlem's really like shown
I haven't
development.
watched him. I haven't watched
No,
Harlem.
hey, that's a
That's
massive
what
step
I'm
up
talking.
for Harlem to fight
Is
Jack
it?
Catchell. Yeah, man. Where's that fight at? Leeds.
Stupid. I don't say.
Bro, that's a good fight, man. I want to watch that. Don't say. Honestly, like Jack Catchell's, everyone knows about Jack Catchell.
Yeah, Manchester.
Manchester, okay, yeah. What the new arena. But Harlem Eubank, I promise you, this guy has looked good lately, man. Like I thought that actually it was gonna be him versus Conor Benn at some point, like because they're similar size. But no, Harlem Eubank's got very good skills. That would be a much more entertaining fight than
To watch.
Yeah, because he's in there with a game opponent still.
Taylor Serrano. Oh, that's not you. All right, cool. Yeah, we're done.
Is there UFC next week?
No. The next one is Lewis and
Let's have a break off the double month pay-per-view and that.
Yeah.
All right.
Break,
What's the
man.
next fight?
Derek Lewis versus Teixeira, that young boy, the Brazilian.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Jesus, that might not look good for Derek.
Well, it might not. It might. You never know, man. Derek Lewis pulls him out the bag sometimes. That's an up and down man right there still.
Well, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you, man. We really do, man. Keep helping us grow the channel. But we will be back next week giving you the breakdown of Derek Lewis versus, what's his name?
Teixeira.
Teixeira. No Glover, but Teixeira.
As long as it's not in Texas, you know Derek Lewis has got a chance.
Guys, you know what we're in. Salute, man. We appreciate you, man.
Big
We're out.
up!
We are out.